Well, thanks very much, Chris, and thanks for having me once again in your electorate of McMahon. And I'm here today with Ed Husic, our Shadow Industry Minister, but also thanks, Erica, for the welcome. And thanks to the workers here who we've got to meet today and been able to chat to. They're proud of the work that they're doing. There's 500 to 600 people work at this facility, but over 1,000 people work for the Iconic, a company that didn't exist a decade ago. It's an extraordinary growth, and it's an example of why we're here today and talking about tech sector jobs and the difference they can make, not just in themselves, but tech sector jobs make everyone else's jobs better. They make other businesses better throughout our economy. And one of those businesses that's also growing here in Australia, of course, is Tesla. And Robin, very much thank you for coming along here today. As we look to the future, we have real opportunities for Australians to be employed in this sector and to drive economic growth. I want a future made in Australia. I want to make more things here. I want to have more jobs here. One of the things that we see, including in this sector, of course, is competing in a globalised world and including in this industry. But what we see with tech sector jobs is the future growth that drives our economy, drives productivity, and is a part of making our economy more resilient. The truth is that we can't just be at the end of supply chains. We need to look at ways in which we can take the natural advantages that we have, the advantages that we have that Chris talks about in clean energy, the advantages that we have in our resources sector, but most importantly, the advantages that we have in our workforce, in our human capacity. Our multiculturalism is a great advantage, for example, that we have in our region and in the world. The truth is that too many workers and businesses have left our shores due to the failure of the Morrison government to back tech jobs. And that's why a government I lead will back the Tech Council and set a target of 1.2 million tech sector jobs by 2030. 1.2 million jobs that will be well paid. 1.2 million jobs that will contribute to family budgets and to making a difference. Industries of the future need a government that backs them, not a government that's scared of the present and terrified of the future. Good governments shape the future by intervening in partnership with the private sector to drive that private sector growth. And this industry is an example of that, and the tech sector is that. We need a plan, and we need a plan for a better future. And that is something that is at the heart of my plan for the upcoming federal election. Can I say this about wages as well before I turn to Ed Husic for some comments? I noticed today there is yet again, in the lead up to a budget, a new wages target for this government. Now, this happens every single budget, and every single time, you know, the plan and the projections don't meet the reality. This is a government that's always about the promise, never about the delivery. And they have set, at least the last time I looked, they'd made 55 wage projections going forward, and 52 of the 55 they had failed to meet. And even in today's projections, it doesn't keep up with the cost of living, with the inflation rate. So today they're out there talking this up, but it actually means a further decline in real wages after the decline that we've seen over the last year, and after, in the last budget, they projected real wages to fall over the forward estimates. Australian families know that the price and cost of everything is going up. Food, petrol, housing, everything is going up except for their wages. And that is why they're under such enormous pressure.